Welcome, thanks for tuning in. Today I want to answer a direct message that I got from one of my followers on Instagram. And it reads like this. When something happens and it makes me really sad, I find that I just don't care what I eat. I kind of have a screw it mentality. So I'll just end up eating junk food or whatever I want. I'll even think, God, this is so bad for you, but I eat it anyway, knowing I'm gonna suffer later. Why do I continue to do this? Well, Terry, you're not alone. Sometimes we do things that are bad for us, like eat food, when we even know we're going to regret it later. So one thing I can tell you is think about the immediate gratification, because we only do things that we get something out of in the moment, at least in the moment, maybe in the long run, but in the moment. Okay, so why do I keep doing this? The first question we've got to answer is, what am I getting out of it? And let's talk about that. So I already mentioned one thing you're probably getting out of eating is immediate gratification from the taste of the food. Hopefully you're eating something that you really, really like. So this works in the moment. It makes us feel better, but only while we're chewing, right? Now, if you eat something that is high in sugar, we know that sugar causes a dopamine release, and that is that hormone that makes us feel better. So that would only make sense. If we feel sad and we eat something that's high in sugar, the dopamine comes out and aha, we feel better. But again, it's a temporary fix. You may see food as comfort. And that makes sense too, right? If you are sad and you want to be comforted and food does that for you, then it would only be natural that you think about or maybe develop a craving for food. Now, the term comfort food actually was discovered back in the 1960s, and it was thought that evoking the foods that you enjoyed in childhood would evoke warm, comforting memories. And so that's where the term comfort food comes from. Almost all of us have got comfort foods, and this is why you turn to comfort foods whenever you are sad, because again, it works in the moment. Food is also a wonderful distractor. So if I am sad, but I feel uncomfortable being sad, I don't like being sad, I'm not going to embrace being sad. I'm going to push it away. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to distract myself. Then food can easily help me accomplish that. So a lot of people who are uncomfortable with being sad are going to turn to food to feel better and to distract themselves. So here's one thing you need to know about the brain. The brain is wired for immediate gratification, and it lives for the moment. So this is why some habits, even though they're bad for us, are really hard to break. Let's take smoking, for example. The brain, if it's stressed and you've taught the brain that smoking a cigarette will decrease the stress, then that is why you have such a craving when you are stressed out, cigarette, cigarette, cigarette. The brain is not wired to tell you, wait a minute, cigarette would be good right now, but if we keep doing this, man, 15, 20 years from now, we might have lung cancer. The brain is not wired that way. It seeks immediate gratification and it lives for the moment. So this is why if you are sad and you have taught your brain that food is going to make you feel better, you are going to have those thoughts, those urges, and those cravings to do just that. So for Terry and others out there, here's what's going on. You are sad. Your brain says, this sucks. I don't like this. I want to feel better. And through the years, you have taught your brain that eating food will accomplish that. So that's what's going on here. Let's talk about some do's that will help you react differently the next time you feel sad and have the urge to eat. First of all, realize that food may make you feel better for a few moments, but it's not going to help you process the feeling. Ask yourself, what is it that I need to effectively process this feeling or emotion? Number 2, you need to get comfortable with uncomfortable emotions. Feelings have a purpose, and to deny that, to push it away, is never a good thing. Third thing is you need to be able to name the feelings. I'm working with some clients right now who are struggling just to stop in the moment and say, How do I feel? Well, I can't really process the feeling if I can't even name it. So work on that if you need to. Be open and accepting of all your feelings. Don't judge them or say, I shouldn't feel this way, or, I'm a bad person for feeling this way. Don't judge them. Feelings, they just are. They're not good, they're not bad, they just are. Don't waste your energy trying to change a feeling. What else? Learn how you best process your feelings. Processing a feeling means I can name it, I can sit with it and experience it, good and the bad. I can figure out what the significance is. What is the purpose? Why am I feeling this way? What do I need to do about it? And how can I do that in a healthy way? And how can I move on? Basically, that's how you process emotions. And sometimes it takes some work to figure out how you best process emotions. But I can tell you, turning to sugar is not going to be your answer. And lastly, remember that the brain is going to urge you to focus on the moment and feeling better in the moment, but you have got to consider the long-term consequences of your actions and put that at the forefront of your decision making. All right, so now we've talked about some do's. Let's go to the other side of the coin and talk about some don'ts. Don't avoid your feelings. Don't stuff them. Don't numb them. Don't look to push them away. Don't tell yourself you're bad for feeling that way. That is a certain surefire way for disaster. Don't judge your feelings. Don't tell yourself you're a bad person. Don't minimize your feelings. Also, don't dwell on your feelings. And lastly, don't rely on food to help you process, move through, or deny your feelings. If you're still watching the video, then I bet that some of the things I've said in this video really resonate with you. And you realize that your relationship with food, it needs a little bit of work. So I want to take this opportunity and tell you about an online course that I created. It's called Feelings and Fries. It's a 4-week online course. And in week 1, we do some really interesting work. And what we do is we go back and we look at your childhood and we look at your role models. And what we are trying to uncover is, how did you learn about emotions and how to express those emotions? Let me give you 2 examples of some clients who've had some really great aha moments that have been breakthroughs for them. And it's been super exciting to see. First one I'll tell you about is Anna. So Anna grew up in a home with a father that had a really bad temper. Now, he wasn't physically abusive, but when he would get angry, the way that he expressed anger was by throwing things, breaking things. He would yell and scream. He would curse. So it was kind of this explosive thing. And as a little girl, 6, 7, 8 years old, Anna was pretty scared when her father would pop off. So today, Anna does get angry, but as soon as she gets angry, it scares her. And so when she gets angry, she denies that feeling. She pushes it away. She squashes it. She doesn't know how to effectively express herself to the person that has angered her. And so the way that she numbs it out, pushes it away, is that she turns to food. Let me tell you about another example, and this one's Ashley. Ashley grew up in a home where she had a mom and a dad who never really expressed emotions. So when I asked Ashley, did you ever see either of your parents like really, really upset, like maybe angry? She can't recall. What about sad? Did you ever see them like after maybe somebody died or something very serious? Did you ever see your parents really, really sad? No, she did not see that. So you can see a child that grows up with no role model on how to express emotions is going to be an adult who's learned how to express emotions from the movies or friends or maybe the person they dated or eventually married. It's not a good situation. So Ashley, what is she like today? Well, she's uncomfortable with emotions. She has a hard time even naming emotions. And the other thing about Ashley's mom was the way that she denied her emotions was by eating food. So she was always on a diet. So again, this is what Ashley saw growing up. Well, fast forward today, Ashley's 36, And Ashley is exactly like her mother and didn't even realize it until she took the Feelings and Fries course. But now she sees, I don't express emotions. Instead, I stuff them and I distract myself. And to do that, I turn to food. So we're working on Ashley with increasing her emotional intelligence. The way you solve that is you've got to have those skills in place. You've got to understand your emotions and be able to better process them without turning to food. So I'm going to put the link for Feelings and Fries in the description, and I'm also going to add a card here on the video. I have a video here on YouTube that'll go into a little bit more detail about my course, or you can pop over to the website, SherriClarkeNutrition.com, to learn more. And I just want to thank you for sticking around this long, and hope to see you in the Feelings and Fries course. Or if not, check out my other videos and hit that subscribe button and like them, so that just helps my channel to grow. All right, thanks. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.